Guys, to do the Gunnar, for those of you who haven't seen, Tielemans turned us down, or not necessarily turned us down, psyched himself out of moving. So, yeah, how do I start? Now, I've known about this guy from 16, 17. People have known about him from 18. He's now 20 years of age. He's obviously moved to Monaco at the right time. I rate him a lot because you typically see when these young players, the big boys, want them, their heads are turned. Tielemans has been chased from by us, by Barcelona, by Manchester United. Every big club has paid attention to him. He is a great player. I rate him a lot because he's resisted all of this. Like I tried to say if I lost my trailer thought, all these young players, they normally get gassed, move, become one of many, and they're never heard of again. He's waited his time. He developed at Anderlecht, got games at Anderlecht, got added responsibility, even became a captain at Anderlecht, and then made a move when he's realised that I need to progress my career. I need to move to the next level. He's 20, he's still young, he's still got his career in front of him. He's one person that didn't get excited. So he's developed. He can play a number of midfield roles. He can be a DM. He can be a creative midfielder. He can be box to box. He's got everything. Personally, I wish we signed him when he played against us in the Champions League against Anderlecht when we bottled it. He dominated. Well, let me not say exaggerate. That's an exaggerating. He dominated, but he starred along with Dennis Praet, and I think even Chancellor Mbemba was playing. All of these guys, they were standing up to be counted. We should have signed him. We should have signed him there. I can't blame him for wanting to join Monaco. He actually said he didn't turn down. It's not just us who wanted him. Chelsea wanted him too. He said he didn't turn down any club, but he made it clear where he wanted to go. Can you blame him for wanting to join Monaco? Because that's a stepping stone now. It allowed him to develop, to play games. You see, they sold Mbappe. Lamar will eventually leave. Carrasco went. Martial went. It is a farm. The chairman has said they're a selling club, essentially. So he knows he can go at 20 years of age, stay there for 2 years or so, or whatever, play, develop, get responsibility, get games, get plaudits. And then let's just say he moves at 23, he's still young, he's now ready to make that next step and play for an elite club. I don't begrudge him for that. He made a conscious step. He said that Arsenal's a big club and things like that. He said that he had to be honest with himself and look at their top class midfielders, and he thought that he wouldn't get games. Personally, I believe you psyched yourself out. I believe you got games. You will get games here. That's a fact. You will get games. You will play here. You will develop here. Yes, you'll make mistakes, but I would have thought you would have got games here. But I can't begrudge him for taking his career into his own hands, not leaving it with advisors and being sensible, because you've got to say it's backed up. Monaco, he's going to play football. For me, like I said, he would have played games, and Arsenal need to hold their hands up for ultimately not selling the club, because, I mean, you're going to tell a young player, he's a young player, he would get in our midfield, he's a young player, and he's got the world in front of him, and he was for 20 or so million. And he fits the billing as to what we need. You really telling me you're not going to convince him you can't play games when you've got a Wobie here and etc. and all these other young players? You sold yourself short, and I have to argue, did you not really try for the guy? Because the guy is amazing. You've seen my videos, guys, about him. I don't need to go into depth about him. He is a quality player. I rate him for being honest, man. Like I said, he said if he couldn't see himself playing regular first team football here or Chelsea or wherever, you can't hold a grudge against him, because ultimately his career is going to be in his hands at the end of the day. When he looks back at 35, it's going to be his fault. Yes, you can have advisors and things telling you, and you can say they tricked you and advised you to do the wrong thing, but ultimately you take responsibility. If you make a wrong move or something doesn't happen, it is your fault. I rate him. I rate this mentality, and I believe he's going to go to the top. He's definitely going to probably go to the World Cup with Belgium. It is a definite. I can't fault him. Like I said, he's a multifunctional midfielder with the world at his feet, and the big boys are going to be up for him. So we might as well kiss that goodbye. I mean, if you're going to make that move, I'd sign him. He's been there a year. I'd just do it now and sign that left back George, to be honest with you. But yeah, he also said Arsenal wanted to keep the same group of players together and finish high in the Prem, which is a bit ambiguous because obviously we don't know when he actually made these quotes and comments, or to when we tried to sign him. But then that goes into Wenger. That shows Wenger over-relying on the same duds. Like, how Tielemans is not here, if this is true, is beyond me. How he thinks he cannot play in this midfield is beyond me. I have to argue, do you watch Arsenal play, Tielemans? If you honestly believe you would not play football here, come on, bro. You would play football here. Wenger, the club, you didn't sell the club good enough for the man would be here, because it should, these sort of players, you sign. He has been showing for years. This guy is 30. There's not much more to be said on this front, guys. I'm quite angry, to be honest. Not angry in the sense that we haven't got him. These things happen, and if you're an Arsenal fan, you're used to players missing out on players. But I'm angry in the sense that for him to say that he doesn't think he couldn't play here, bruv, you're Tielemans. You are 30. You will play here. You're a good player away from Arsenal. This guy's a good player. He's going to be a household name. I'm convinced of it. Tielemans, don't say stuff like that. you are good enough to play here and anywhere, to be honest. But on that front, before the nostalgia kicks in, guys, Deluded Gooner, I'm signing out. Get in the comments, subscribe, follow me on my socials.